Lola, and again, it's just Mel and I. Hey. We had a fantastic guest, Mr. Craig Washington, author of the book Exile, which sounds like it is going to be some kind of awesome read. Yeah. I think it might require some accompaniment of some kind of wine.
And a glossary.
He has a glossary in the back of the book, so it has a lot of different, 178 characters. That's a lot of people living in your head, my brother. But I'm glad you got them out. I'm glad you got them out and you put them in the book. I can't wait to read the book. I just need a little bit more sex.
Oh, yes. Please.
Just need a little bit more sex. If you can just put a little bit more sex in the book. When we do the movie, Craig, though, you're going to have to put some more sex in it. So I'm going to write some more sex into your book.
Brother has to have time to have sex.
For the movie, because you got to make time for sex, because we don't want that to be what she said. Okay? So
right.
And, it was such a good thing to have him on here. Again, he is a testament to living your dream.
Yes, he is.
Whose big bottle of water is that?
He is.
A testament to living your dream and not letting time, I teach all the time that one of the reasons why we never get to live our dreams is because we put these preconceived time constraints. Mm-hmm. So we say, if it doesn't happen in 5 years, if it doesn't happen in 10 years, if it doesn't happen in 20 years, then it's probably not going to happen. Mm-hmm. And you can't do that. Let me tell you, it goes for career, it goes for riches, it goes for relationship, it goes for even the body that you want, right? So like, I want a certain kind of body, but I see people all the time on Facebook who are like 60 and 70 years old and didn't start till they was 50 something. Right. Hello. So I could still look like Angela Bassett.
You sure can. You're not far from that anyway.
I gotta have a couple of reductions if I do that. But anyway, so it's still possible.
It is.
It's still possible to do and be and live whatever kind of life you want to. You just have to keep it in front of you. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like that he kept on it.
Yeah, he didn't stop.
He didn't stop.
Sounds like 6 years.
Yeah, it sounds like I think the idea was born even longer ago than that.
I'm sure.
But he didn't give up, and you can't give up. You have to keep pursuing it. And so, Mel and I talked last week a little bit about our dreams. Mm-hmm. And without saying too much about it, I was telling Melanie that this morning I found myself in tears because I was looking at a script that I had been and am actively involved in writing, and I was seeing words, and I was closing my eyes and imagining seeing that up on the screen. Yeah. And I made a joke last week with one of the writers, and I was phenomenal. I said, I can't wait to I want to go to the premiere, of course, but I'm less excited about going to the premiere as I am about going and just sitting in the movie theater. Yeah. And getting a chance to look and watch. I said, I'm going to be the chick sitting up there with tears streaming down her face, and they going, damn, that shit's supposed to be funny. No. Why is she not laughing? She's not laughing because she had something to do with the movie. Yeah. And so to see that come into life, and I just think, I told you guys, I shared with you guys that day that I was in my townhouse, and I was thinking that it was over. And I was thinking that I had passed the point of being able to realize anything like that. I was thinking I was past the point of being in front of the camera or behind the camera. I was thinking I was just going to be just in a trek of real estate investing and, training and entrepreneurship. And I'm realizing, and we said this to you guys before, everything that you go through is setting the stage for where your heart truly wants to be. Yes. Yes. I mean, it is so setting the stage. Like, I couldn't even be writing. One of the writers said to me, this was tailor-made for you to write. Mm-hmm. Because there's so many experiences that I have that he had no clue I had when he came to me with the idea for the movie. I don't want to really talk about it. Wow. But when he had no idea that I had lived that in my life. Right. He knew the real estate investor part. Right. But he didn't know the other part. Mm. And I mean, not only did I live it, but I lived it for a series of years. And so it's just, you have got to know, if you don't get anything else from this, watching Craig, us introducing him to you, was about his book, and it was about, his story in his book, but it also was about his dream. Yeah. And that if you have it and you stay committed to it, because that's the key.
Yeah, you do. You have to stay committed.
Because we can get off onto this, that, and the other. And like I said, your blessing is always right outside that day when you want to say, kick rocks to whatever it is that you want. It's right on the other side of that. Yeah. I always tell my students, your deal was waiting for you not to quit. It was sitting there. Your deal is sitting there. It's sitting there waiting for you. Mm-hmm. But you didn't keep going. So somebody else came and picked it up. So if you don't keep going, somebody else is going to pick it up. Mm-hmm. somebody else is going to do it. Somebody else is going to create it. Give birth to whatever that thing is. And then when you see it, you're going to be talking about, oh, that was my idea. It don't matter because you ain't do it.
Nope.
Right? So they're the talkers and then the doers.
You taught me that it's not exactly your idea anyway. Your idea is your idea. There may be something that's similar.
Right.
Or, but that your idea is your idea and you have to do it. Otherwise, as my man Les Brown says, it'll die with you. And he was like, how many dreams are going to be around your deathbed?
Woo! And can I tell you, when I first heard him say that, it scared the bejesus out of me.
Yes.
Because that's like my biggest fear. So people are afraid of dying. I ain't afraid of dying.
No.
That's not something I'm afraid of. What I'm terrified of is that. I'm terrified of laying in my bed, and God knows I have a million dreams, and having all those things crowding me the whole time that I'm laying there, torturing me about what if. I mean, I have some things like that now, you know what I'm saying? But they're not torturing me. And the way you keep that from happening to people is you keep it moving.
Yeah.
So there's some things that I probably will never do because some of them just ain't physically possible. It's not possible. Some of them just not going to happen because they've gone. Like people you wanted to meet.
Right.
But you can't meet them because they dead.
Because they did.
So that's not going to happen, right? But I met a whole bunch of them. And so so make new goals for new people to meet, right?
Please do, because it happens.
Make new goals for new people to meet. This series that we did for this week was supposed to be all about, well, not this series, but this segments that you'll see is supposed to be about heroes. And it is about heroes. And so now I just want you to know that Craig Washington, you are one of my new heroes because you absolutely did your thing. And I think that so many awesome things are going to come from you being, I'll say, brave enough and having the tenacity and having a commitment to complete that. So many things are going to come for that. So many other people. And that's the other thing we don't realize. When you have a dream and the dream is created and it's incubated inside of you, it's not just for you.
No, it's not.
It's for the changes and the life altering things that it brings to other people as well.
Yeah.
So when you shut down your dream, you don't just shut your own shit down. You shut down other people's stuff.
Exactly. You gotta share your story.
Yeah, you gotta share your story. You have to share it.
Your story. There's somebody waiting to hear it. I was talking about that to a good friend of mine the other day who she and her wife are writing a book, and the things that she told me, and I've known her for since I've probably known her 20 years. And some of the stuff she was telling me I'd never heard of. I was like, man, you never told me that. I was like, you realize how much of a blessing that would have been? So I was like, don't. But anyway, nonetheless, they're writing a book.
No, that's that's real.
And they're doing it now.
Right.
I'm like, it is gonna bless so many people who just would never even have thought that you would have gone through these things to come out on this end. You know what I mean?
And those are the people who have to tell the story. Like, that's why, to me, I'm having such a hard time writing my story. It's had so many different names and so many different titles. And I started and I stop it at different points in my life from the beginning. But it's a story that has to be told because I know that, just like me and like everybody else, people look at me and think that, oh, she didn't. That's why I always tell you, you don't have no clue how well I understand what might be going on. You have no clue. Yeah. And so we have to get our stories out there, like Mel said, to share, to inspire. That's what our stories are for. They're to share with each other. They're to uplift. They're to guide. And they're to help other people. They're not for us. Your trials and your tribulations, you go through them, but you go through them to deliver the lesson to other and for other people. So we have to keep that in our mind. You guys, make sure you go to Amazon and Create Space and you check out Craig's book, The Exile. His name is Craig Washington. And it's a phenomenal, I think it sounds like it's a phenomenal story. Yeah. I want to see it on television.
I was going to say that. I want to see it on
TV. I want to see it.
I would watch that.
I would watch that like a series, like every week. I would watch it.
And intense and,
Reno, I'm sending this to you because this is something that you need to see. Yeah, I mean, it really is because everything that we've talked about different stories like this is definitely something that the world needs to see. I think there's a great moral, which is that what he said, great men aren't always good men. Right. They can't always be good men. And that's so strong. Yeah. But that helps you, but sometimes they can't be good for the greater good.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they can't be good. So we are thanking you guys for hanging out with us again. Remember, subscribe. Click that little red button, subscribe. Go to that'sjustlola.com to see all of the episodes. If you're seeing this somewhere else, then that's where we are. We're on YouTube. Yes. That'sjustlola.com will take you there. Go to our Facebook page, which is That's Just Lola. Again, we thank you for being here. I'm Lola, and this is Melanie. And
Hello.
we have enjoyed you hanging out with us. Thank you, studio friends and family. Thank you, our floor manager,
Yeah,
Abraham, for taking care of us all the time. You guys, thanks for visiting with us, and we hope you have a fantastic week. Thanks for visiting with more of That's the Lola. Take care, people. Blessings, you guys.